Hello and welcome to another episode of Silver Halide Wanderings. I'd just like to thank everybody for the feedback from the last video. It was really great, with lots of questions being asked and some people contacting me directly via Instagram, etc, etc. Today's video hopefully is going to again be a little bit different, and it's not originally what I intended to start off with. It came about actually through joining Threads recently, and there's a lot of discussion on there about the value of being an amateur photographer compared to a professional photographer, and quite often it's a little bit disparaging, a little bit just not nice. So I thought I'd give my flavour on what it means to be an amateur photographer, and more importantly, the value of the snapshot. The inspiration for this is probably less the disparaging remarks on Threads, though they exist. What probably is a bigger influence is this post by David Hearn. David is one of my heroes of photography, and I really love this post. And just as David says, when mum takes the picture of her baby, we have the contents of the best of photography. As Susan Sontag said in On Photography, not to take pictures of one's children, particularly when they are small, is a sign of parental indifference. It's the snapshot that gave us mass photography. Without the snapshot, the box brownie and eventually the more complex brownies and the cameras we use today probably wouldn't have existed. It's the snapshot that captures our earliest memories. I think we sometimes forget that we are so lucky to be born in a century where we can have a record of life, of everyday articles and facts, something that wouldn't have happened a century ago. But we also have the opportunity to take a peek into times before we were born, the record that stays permanent for passing down through generations. Aptly demonstrated in this image, an image that does my grandfather, the man who stood off to the left on his own, a man I never met who died before I was born, my mother's father. And he exists only in this one image, which just happened to be taken for a postcard by a postcard company. Without that, I would have no idea what he'd ever looked like. But the snapshot is certainly more than just a memory. The work of Jacques-Henri Latigue, again another one of my photographic heroes, a guy who wasn't discovered until he was 69, who'd spent his entire life taking snapshots. Admittedly rather beautiful snapshots that stand alone as artwork, but snapshots still of everyday events and places in the life around him. And it was very much with snapshots that my own photography began, with a camera not dissimilar to this, a Kodak Instamatic 126, taking photographs of everything that was around me, of carnivals, my parents, of day trips, of events and things that mean little to anybody except me. Yet that's where I started, and it's where I still am. But it was snapshots that led to a lifelong fascination with cameras and photography, allowed me to take pictures of my grandparents, allowed me to take pictures of my parents that I would never have had, and allowed me just to capture moments in my life. And today, in many ways, 50 years later, I'm still very much a snapshot photographer. They're photographs that are as important as the ones that I take to display on a wall. They're photographs that are part of my life, of things that have happened, of various cameras, of my children growing up, of places we've been. And then, of course, there's the overlap, the moments when snapshots become something different, when they become a record of much more than just your own personal, they become a record of the environment and what's around you, when, dare I say, they border on even the artistic. So to me, the snapshot is a very important part, a vital part of photography, and all who take snapshots are important photographers. It is something that is sometimes too easy to forget, and I think we shouldn't forget it. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please please subscribe as well, so that each time I release one of these, if you're interested, you'll get some stuff. And again, thanks very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.